Doing a little cemetery visit here this morning and a quick video down in East Bernstadt. Give you a little idea where we are. Over that hill in that direction is Freeman Branch. Back down that way is Highway 30. It's running about in the middle of the picture there, Highway 30. And back that way is toward London. Actually drove up to this cemetery through some pasture land down here, which is private property. I didn't know any other way to get here, but after I got up here, I spotted an old steep road that looks like it makes its way. It's pretty steep. It looks like it makes its way down to the same pasture on this end that is connected all the way around this ridge to that pasture land. Certainly a nice, peaceful place up here. So if you were coming up 30 and turn off down here near Al Robinson Lane, you would eventually find this little path that comes up through here that leads straight to the Centers and Gentry Cemetery, which, according to this marker here, was established in 1900. And it's absolutely on a ridge. Drops off from that every direction except behind us. And there's about a 100-foot elevation change to get to the top of that hill. And there is a road that leads to the top of that hill, right up through there. It's a beautiful place down here at the Centers and Gentry Cemetery. There are probably 13 or 14 graves here. These are children belonging to Lears, L-E-A-R. Could be some relation to the Civil War soldier Lear. I found his grave a while back out on Mount Pleasant. Another child. This is 1, 2, 3 Gentry children. Another Gentry grave. Pascal and May Gentry. But I believe the oldest graves are going to be these two back here. I'm not really sure. It's either these two or some unknowns that are back here. This is 1924, so it would have come 24 years after this place was established. Here's a 1921. I would say the oldest ones are these that are marked by just little small stones that say Centers. And there are, I think, 7 of them. 6 across this back row. Just someone from the family marked them knowing that they were Centers graves. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus another one of those unsure of markers here. In the 1921 grave and the 1924 grave. So that's the Gentry and Centers, or Centers and Gentry Cemetery down here in East Bernstadt, just off of Highway 30 on the way to Jackson County. You can see the road way down there in the middle of the screen. It's Highway 30. And you can hear the traffic from up here, up in the distance. Let's see if I can get there goes some traffic. 30 heading back toward London. And up here in the woods at the cemetery. So this view of the cemetery behind me, and I'm going to flip the camera without moving. There's the pasture below. So if you approached this cemetery from the east side, you can see here the pasture and the hills that go up. It's really pretty. If you approached the cemetery from the east pasture, you would come up this direction, and here's the cemetery. I'm not exactly sure what is the preferred route to get up here, but from this location, the west pasture, or the west approach, is right down that hill. We're going to try to take that out of here from the Centers and Gentry Cemetery. Not a bad place to rest in peace. Not a bad place to be on a Friday morning. So this is approaching from the eastern cemetery there on the left. I'm going to try this. I've not been down this road that looks like the way in here. It looks like it gets a little steep, and I don't know what condition it's in, but we're going to head down it. Not a bad little road, not bad. Probably couldn't make it up here in a car, but it's not a bad road. And there you get down, start getting down to the bottom. There's Highway 30 going back toward London. Probably 4-wheel drive to get up this route. And then when you get here, it opens up into the pasture. I don't know what's the way. I don't see a road. There's a little lane down straight ahead of me, and I don't know that would be it either. We'll look at that and see. But Centers and Gentry Cemetery trip this morning. Looks like it's gonna connect down here to a little lane. I think it's called Little Raccoon Lane. So yeah, found our way out of here on the west side. So as it played out, this little lane, which comes back here to a dilapidated house, this little lane actually continues right up the edge of the pasture. Right up the edge of the pasture there. This is what I was calling the pasture land on the west side. Right here on the banks of Little Raccoon Creek. And from where we are, the cemetery is right up at the top of that tree cluster. Right there. Pretty country. Thanks for watching. From the banks of Raccoon Creek, that'll wrap us up.